She taught you to hunt, yes?
Yes, sir.
Then show me what you know. I am hungry.
Tired of the same old PB&J?
Yeah.
Does a chicken pot pie make you want to cry?
Gross.
Don't just sit there. You need a new mama cooking for you.
So the new God of War game was announced a little while ago, and with E3 just finished, and more people becoming aware of the game, I found that the reaction was typically split between either, oh hey, this looks pretty cool, or, oh no. And personally, I found myself somewhere in the middle. God of War looks like it has a pretty glaring change in direction from the previous games, and it looks like the developers have decided to make it a much more story-rich, dialogue-heavy, character-driven experience, kind of like The Last of Us or Uncharted, and understandably, some people feel alienated by that change. I mean, we're talking about going from this to this.
So sorry.
Your deer is getting away.
Personally, I don't have too many problems with story-heavy games. I actually really enjoy them. I've heard a number of people say that story in a game doesn't matter, and it's really just there to guide the player from point A to point B. And ultimately, that comes down to a matter of opinion, but I think that's a bit extreme. I think rich stories do have a place in video games, and they can do a game a lot of good, but that doesn't mean story-driven games can't be driven to extremes either. When I'm playing a game, I don't want to feel like I'm watching a movie, I want to feel like I'm playing a game. And I definitely don't want the game to force me into playing a certain way so that a scripted event can happen to progress the story. Which brings me back to God of War. I'm just concerned that God of War, seeing the success of The Last of Us and those types of games, is just gonna abandon what made the game fun in the first place in exchange for... Ultimately, what I want to see from 444 is the balance between story and gameplay. Just let me play the game. Let me play the game, okay? You can still tell your story while letting me play the game. I'm on board, okay? The story looks good. I like it. Just let me play the game. And this goes for any game that's thinking about going in the direction of game, the movie, video game, the movie, but still a game. Let the player feel like they're in control of the game. Otherwise, what's the point of playing? It's almost like some of these games could have done just as fine being movies. I don't think God the Fourquel looks bad. In fact, I think it looks pretty good, and it's probably going to get a lot of awards and be critically acclaimed for its innovations in mechanics such as walking and walking. But my biggest worry going into it is that it's just not going to be a video game. It's going to be an animated movie that I can sometimes interact with in between scripted sequences that shoehorn me in a certain direction.
I can't.
Okay, bye.